Welcome to The Lock Shop with Nielson and Hustler.
All right, it's 11:03. It is The Lock Shop, Edmonton Sports Talk, and The Lock Shop, brought to you by our partners at Play Alberta. If you have not yet downloaded the Play Alberta app, please do. What you play with in Alberta will stay with in Alberta. Why would you settle for less when you can have it all? Play Alberta brings you casino games, live dealers, lottery, instant sports betting, all in one place. Take advantage of the EST code right now. Deposit $20, use the code EST Sports, and you get a $50 free bet. Play smart, play local, and always use your game sense at Play Alberta. A couple of specials already up. Huss is going to join us coming up here from Winnipeg Sports Talk in just a moment. I think we're going to put together a little MLB parlay today. I think Huss is trying to connect right now, Benny. We'll bring him in a couple of minutes. We've got two specials sitting there waiting for you today. We've got our early bird bet from earlier on the Nielson show today. That is Alejandro Kirk with a hit, Vladdy with a hit, Jays to win, plus 152. They've won 4 in a row since the break, 4 up on the Yankees, and 2 more here against the Yankees. But Vladdy hit, a Kirk hit, Jays to win, plus 152. That's with our little boost from the early bird bet. And then the teaser that we wanted up yesterday has gone up this morning in the Canadian Football League. Stampeders to win, Riders minus 3.5, Ticats plus 9.5, Argos plus 8.5. That went up, boosted to plus 223 if you want to get a piece of that one as well. On the Lock Shop today, Blue Jays continue to roll. Put together an MLB parlay. Maybe it involves the Jays. Maybe it doesn't. I'll talk some NFL fantasy because I got my Spite League championship trophy last night. And we'll talk some CFL, obviously, as well. Let's bring in Huss from Winnipeg Sports Talk on the Lock Shop today. Huss, what's going on, buddy?
How about those Jays?
How about those Jays? I mean, how about those Jays? I mean, what else are we supposed to say right now, Huss? They look like a wagon. Like they look like a legitimate World Series load up at the deadline contender right now. I'm not sure if that's how they approach it, but they look like they could approach it like that.
Oh, I think they will. Excuse me. There's a lot on the line for this management group going into this season. And the fact that this team is right there with the top teams in baseball at this point, I mean, how do you not be aggressive at the deadline? I mean, I would be stunned if they don't make multiple moves. And, even similar to what they did, a decade ago when Joey Bats is there, Edwin Encarnacion's there. Oh, let's bring in Torey Tulowitzki. Let's make some moves. Like, it's time to do that. They've earned it.
I think you have to. I think you have to kind of go. Are you okay, buddy? Huss, if you're listening on TuneIn or iHeart or EdmontonSportsTalk.com, Huss is coughing up a lung right now. You know what you need? You need some Diet Pepsi ASAP. Oh, there we go. That worked out perfectly because he picked up the Diet Pepsi right when I said it. Do I know you or what? That was great timing.
Not predictable.
Yeah.
But yeah, listen, Gosman was unreal last night. The bullpen was amazing. And the hitting. Did you watch the last couple innings?
I did not watch the last couple of innings. No, I had a championship meeting last night, so I was distracted by my ring and my trophy.
Yes, congratulations on that. We will get
more
to
on that in a second. Yeah.
Matt, I guess it was in the 6th inning, and I love that Rodon for the Yankees. He's a hell of a player. He was about to finish up, and Davis Schneider came in. So now I'm sneezing. I don't know what's going on here, folks. 14 pitch at bat. 14 pitch at bat. He just kept fouling off ball after ball after ball, ended up eventually flying out. But there was a very cool moment afterwards, if you're watching the game, where Schneider finally gets out and Rodon looks over as he's going out and just does the
I like that. I like the sign of respect. 14 pitch at bat.
It was an amazing sign of respect. And he basically juiced him out. Next thing you know, Rodon was out. And Listen, the Yankees are a funny team in that they've got all these huge, big money sluggers, but there's a lot of the simple things that they don't do very well. And you saw how important defense can be last night. And that's something the Jays have really focused on, probably at expense of offense in places in their lineup. But the Yankees just couldn't throw to first base properly. And that's why what went from a 2-1 game became a 4-1 game and gave the Jays a little bit of a cushion. But listen, I didn't know what to expect coming out of the break because I think we all agree that the Jays far overperformed everybody's expectations in the first half, plus heading into the All-Star break. But if you recall, they took the foot off the gas a little bit heading into the break, losing that series to the Athletics. So I didn't know what this week was going to look like, especially considering that, you had a really good Giants team coming in on the weekend that had won 52 games. And the Jays found ways to win all 3 of those in different but impressive fashion. Like, they can win games in many different ways. And they showed it again last night, getting that, 5th straight win at home over the Yankees. And they are in such a great position tonight. I mean, if you look, you got Scherzer on the mound this evening. And I believe the Yankees are throwing a rookie. Yeah, Schittler. Who's just 1-0, 5.06 ERA, but Scherzer's coming on, and Scherzer's such a dog. Like, I know they missed him earlier on in this season, but I think the way they handled Max Scherzer was brilliant. Because they need this guy. I mean, if this signing is going to work, he needs to be pitching for them in September and in October, and he's looked pretty good so far. Just a massive opportunity. The Jays could get to 60 wins tonight with a victory.
A 60-41 start if they win tonight, and they would be 21 games above 500 at home.
They are the best home team right now. And look at this. I mean, the only teams ahead of them in the entire major leagues right now are the Tigers, who are 60-41. Jays are 59-41.
4 games set with the Tigers awaits after this Yankees series.
Yes. And then, of course, the Milwaukee Brewers, who have won 11 in a row and are 60-40 right now. So, I mean, they've got a better record than the Dodgers right now by a half game. So, listen, the Blue Jays are absolutely one of the teams that I think you can look at and say these guys are legitimate World Series contenders. I can't wait to see what happens in and around the deadline, but never mind that. I mean, in these dog days of summer right now with the Jays contending, I think a lot of sports fans have, you know what? It's not, there's nothing on tonight. There's something very important on tonight, and that is an early first pitch between the Blue Jays and Yankees as they look to continue their ride at the top of the AL East.
I was Googling and dabbling around in, Blue Jays deadline targets. I saw some reports that they're sniffing around a couple of relievers, and like their deadline can't just be that, right? Like, if anything, they need an arm in the room. They've had 12 different guys start baseball games for them this year. Think about that. They've had 12 different guys start baseball games for them this year, and they still are where they are right now. So, we'll see what happens health-wise for the bats. But if the Blue Jays, I'll be stunned if it is. If the Blue Jays deadline is a reliever or two, that's just not good enough right now. Like, if I was the big boys, I'd be pissed. I'd be like, come on, like, let's go. We've been trying to build this. Credit to management, credit to some of these guys for continuing to develop. But I'm not going to say you mortgage your entire future for just one run right now. But in baseball, I think if you have a team that is in this territory, you got to go out and bring in 1 or 2 significant pieces every year.
How much of the success do you credit to the front office?
I don't want to give any of it to them because they pissed me off for years now. But I mean, some of these guys that they brought up through the system, man.
Well, that's the thing. They brought up through the system. Look at their off-season moves. Like, they got in Jimenez, who's batting below the Mendoza line. They brought in Santander, who could not hit, and it took him being injured. I think since he's been hurt, they're 30-13.
Yeah.
They got they'd have 3 starts so far from Scherzer. Like, for the most part, now that was it Rodriguez that was pitching that they got from Japan that signed him to that 3-year deal. He has been awesome. He's definitely up there. But for the most part, like, their big offseason moves haven't really resulted in helping them to this crazy record right now. So, I mean, I guess there's more to get from those guys. That's a positive. But it is that internal improvement and guys stepping up. I mean, the George Springer story. I mean, what were your expectations of Springer going into this year? Mine were
extremely limited. Extremely limited. Like, he's already probably surpassed what I thought he'd do for home runs. You know, he's been a great story. I mean, we talked about it last week with Keegan Matheson, or 2 weeks ago now. We talked about, the biggest stories on this team this year, and he was like, I think it's got to be George Springer with what he's done this year.
Well, I mean, he's got 17 bombs right now. Bo took over the RBI lead last night, and he's playing well. That's what he's hitting, 282, OPS 767. I mean, not great numbers, but still pretty good. And I mean, I think we all agree Vladdy's got much more to give. I mean, Vladdy's got 13 homers, 48 RBIs. I mean, there's another level for Guerrero to get to. But I'll tell you what, Guerrero, he's so fun to watch when the team is good, because he is a guy that, I mean, he's a big team guy. He's got a lot of energy. That can, I guess, go both ways. I mean, if the team's really sucking, that energy level's sort of low and you can feel it. But holy smokes, is he and that team dialed in right now? And it kind of feels like they're playing playoff baseball right now, which is boding well for them because they continue to rise to the occasion. And I mean, to come out of this weekend going right into a big 3-gamer with the Yankees and continuing to win, perfect. And that game last night was such a big one because now, Dusty, I mean, they've got the opportunity after the 4-game sweep heading into the break, to win another series against the Yankees. And, even if they just split these next 2 games, you still got a nice 4-game cushion moving forward. And listen, there's the opportunity to get greedy. I mean, if they can get this win tonight, and they are a short favorite, you put yourself in the opportunity to maybe go back-to-back sweeps. And I mean, 2 more wins will put them 6 clear of the Yankees. And at that point, you got to be feeling pretty comfortable.
I think you would at that point. Buster Olney tweeted this out this morning. I saved it. Since May 28th, the Jays lineup has seemingly mirrored what Vladdy Guerrero is as a hitter. They're first in Major League Baseball with an average of 279. They are first in Major League Baseball on base percentage at 348. They have the lowest strikeout rate at 15.6%. They've scored the most runs, 255 in 46 games. Like, they have the best offense in the league, not the American League, but both leagues, since May 28th. It's crazy.
That's a big enough sample.
Barger has 100 less at-bats than Vladdy and has 1 more home run. Like, guys like him emerging that you weren't really necessarily counting on it's been massive. Absolutely massive for this team. So,
yeah, Barger's played 76 games. Wasn't even on the roster at the beginning of the season. And these are the extended batting spots. Where's Barger here? Got a 1.8 WAR, 14 homers. So as you mentioned, he's actually ahead of Guerrero in home runs, right? He's been phenomenal. And Jimenez is out. I guess I said he was below the Mendoza line. He's hitting 218. So still, I mean, not quite a slugger. I got completely hoodwinked yesterday. The guy, so Andres Jimenez with a G is the guy they got from Cleveland, their everyday guy, all-star defender, Gold Glove. So last night they were playing Leo Jimenez. And I didn't realize they were 2 different guys. And I'm sitting with a friend watching the game who's like a GA's Hardo. I'm like, man, I cannot. He was batting 0.95.
Yeah.
Going into his plate appearance last night, which is
Jimenez with the J Jimenez. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm like, I can't believe they put all into this guy and he's not even batting 100. What is going on? And he goes, wait a second. Now, Jimenez can't hit, granted, but he's not this bad. And then we realized it was the other guy. Yeah, 2 for 22. And then, he's down to 091 right now, getting it done. But listen, everyone else is chipping in. Everybody else is chipping in. And you still got a few guys that are out right now. We're waiting to see what they can do when they come back, including the likes of Santander. It'll be interesting to see if there's a spot in the lineup when he comes back, considering what's been happening when he hasn't been in it. But, I know they're paying him a lot of money, but you don't screw up the lineup that's winning for you right now. So I think they continue rolling this out right now, trying to get some good starts, and you go bring back-to-back Scherzer, Bassett. Huge opportunity for the Jays to get things done. And again, even with the perceived advantage in the pitching matchup and the heater that they're on, not a massive favorite tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I have the respect for what the Yankees have accomplished so far this season. We got them already in a parlay, but the Blue Jays right now, and it's actually moved a little bit. I think it was minus 130 this morning. It's minus one. I'm looking at minus 123. It was minus 130 this morning because I got it over here on my bet slip. It's minus 123 right now, so it's actually moving in the direction of the Yankees for tonight's game. Let's put together a little double play. Let's a little 2-gamer here, a 3-gamer Major League Baseball tonight. What else? We don't have to get the Jays in. Like, we're going to have a lot on the Jays anyway in different spots, but what else do you like tonight?
Some of these matchups today. We've got the Guardians at home to the struggling Orioles. Young starting for the Orioles, 0-4 with a 7.50.
Yeah, he's been hit hard so far.
Could be a good spot for the Guardians. We've got the Tigers and the Pirates. It's funny. Tigers are only, I'm just looking at the ESPN numbers, minus 130 favorites. You've got Mize 9-3 with a 3.15 ERA on the bump for the Tigers. And of course, they got skeens last night by the Pirates. But how about this? Mitch Keller for the Pirates.
He's the name that's popped up as a possible trade target for the Jays.
Yeah, well, very impressive, numbers for the season. He's 3-10. I mean, that's, I guess, just part of being a pitcher for the Pirates.
It's no different than Skeens. That poor guy gets no run support.
I was a little choked last night. I mean, he was just cruising through 6 innings. I had Pirates first 5 that came through, and then over 6.5 strikeouts for Skeens, and they didn't let him go back out for the 7th inning. It's like, come on, guys, let this guy play. Let him put up these numbers, and have a better chance of winning. But anyways, this Mitch Keller's actually won his last 3 decisions, but they're playing a really good Detroit team. So I don't know. What are you seeing? What are you seeing for the Tigers in this?
Let's see here. Where is it right now? Minus 133.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind that.
That's that's a really good Tigers team. And getting away, nothing against Keller, but he's not Skeens. It's a good Tigers team getting away from Skeens for a game here. Like, I really love the Guardians play though. That's minus 161. I think we definitely have to start there. They've won 8 of their last 10. As well, and as you mentioned, playing and they just beat the Orioles, so I do like the Guardians for sure as a place to start here. Tigers definitely we could be interested in.
I mean, let's just look and see if there's got any nice spots for pitching. I mean, the Phillies, the ESPN has them at minus 200.
Yeah, I'm seeing minus 204 on the Phillies right now.
And Boston has been playing well as of late. I don't think I want to fade them at a minus 200 number. We talked about that Yankees Jays line. Montas on the hill for the Mets, still like minus 175. That's a pretty big one. Giants and Braves is an interesting matchup. Giants, of course, coming off that sweep at the hands of the Blue Jays, and the Braves are still 11 games under 500, which is wild considering. Now, did they play last night as well, or is this the first game? Oh, they did, and the Braves won.
Braves won 9-5 last night, yeah.
So the Giants are skidding a little bit right now based on where they were coming out of the break. Still looking for their first win.
They lost 2 going into the break, so the Giants have lost 6 in a row right now.
And then here's another one. This is actually, if you want some good action later on today, the rookie, the Miz Yarowski on the hill for the Brewers, who have won 11 in a row. They are in Seattle to take on the Mariners. The Mariners have Logan Gilbert, who's 2-3, but with a 2.29 ERA at home, 3.29 for it. And the Brewers are actually a plus money dog in this game. Milwaukee plus 105, I'm seeing, in Seattle minus 125 on these numbers.
Yeah, they are. I mean, I would love we could easily do this. We could easily go Tigers, Guardians, and Brewers. Brewers are plus 101 right now. And these guys, what'd you say? They've won 11 in a row?
11 in a row.
6 of those 11 were against the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Like, they swept the Dodgers in the series before the series that went into the break. And then they swept them coming out. Like, these guys are on absolute fire right now. I don't hate that.
Cleveland, Tigers, Milwaukee.
Let me send this over here.
Oh, geez.
Oh, like the guys are asking for the. Oh no, sorry, that's a different one.
It didn't rate it in around 5-1 before any boosting takes place. What's the number you've got on Cleveland right now?
I think minus 161.
Okay. And then, I think the numbers on the Tigers and Brewers are both really, there's some nice value in there. Very good teams that have been playing well. Obviously, the Tigers have this spot against Pittsburgh. Kind of surprised. I think it just speaks to the pitcher that they're going up against. But, hey, they won 60 games. They're in a very, very good spot moving forward. And, of course, you got the Orioles, who just can't get a win and can't get outs and can't get off the field with their defense. But yeah, I'm in for that.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's see what she comes up at. I send it over to the crew. If you are listening or watching, that'll pop up on our EST specials page over at Play Alberta, probably within just a couple of minutes. So I'll give you a Jays option. We got the CFL option from yesterday, and then we'll have this little parlay popping up here as well. Also, I know a few folks, and this will be a easy way to transition over to the NFL. Big U had sent me a thing earlier to get it up at Play Alberta. And it's coming down the pipe. I know that, guys. They are going to put it up for us. The Baltimore Ravens to score at least 1 rushing touchdown in every single game this season. And they're going to throw that up for us. So I don't know if it's going to be up, guys, in the EST specials page or on the NFL section. But Huss, I'm going to get in on that. And then you're riding it every game all year, like we get late in the season.
What do you think the odds will be on that?
I think probably somewhere between, I don't know. It's a good guess. This is a very wide range, but is it like somewhere between 14 and 20? Is that where that comes in? Like,
essentially, it is a prop. It is a heavily likely prop parlayed 17 times.
Yes. But a heavy prop, right? Like, or a heavy, the individual plays minus what, 300?
If we went into a game, Ravens to score a rushing TD, it's probably in and around, minus 300, minus 350.
Did they score a rushing touchdown every single game last year? I'm trying to look it up. Ravens game by game results, maybe I can, or I'll just, you know what? I'll just type in the AI. Did the Ravens score a rushing touchdown in every game of the 2024 season? We'll see if it gives me the answer. Oh, it didn't give me the AI answer. I thought sometimes it pops up that. Somebody might know this. Well, Big Uke, you must know it. You guys must have been talking about it in the den.
Was there a game that Lamar just went and threw for 4 or 5 touchdowns and they didn't? Although usually they still get something in.
Here, I'll tell you right now. So, well, no, it's going to be tough to compare the two. I would assume, let me see. I'll check the Den on Discord. They might have, let's see here. I have a feeling they were either got it last year or they were darn close to it last year. And that's why they're coming back at it.
You may just have to run through last year's sked. I mean, I can basically hit. This probably wouldn't make for great listening.
No, but I mean, flip through.
I mean, the first game, Henry, yes. You might be able to do this. You can check out a couple other things that I'll go through. I'm going through the games, looking to see when
Here's what we do.
Yeah, Henry.
Okay, so do you have Derrick Henry's game log? And I can bring up Lamar Jackson's game log.
I've just got the schedule, and like you just click on a game and the first thing you see is a running touchdown. The Buffalo game, man, they killed Derrick Henry, 87-yard run right off the bat. They're 4 for 4 so far. Week 5, Cincinnati and OT, Derrick Henry right out the gate. You know, it doesn't take much. Let's see here. Yep, Derrick Henry. So
okay, I've got Lamar's game log. So you tell me when Derrick Henry doesn't get one, and I'll see if Lamar had one.
Okay, let's see. Derrick Henry's game log. Can I just click on D. Henry? Here we are. Derrick Henry's game log. So for last year, he had, this is 2024. Yeah. All right. So it started off against KC. So he had a rushing touchdown in every game up till week 7 against the Buccaneers.
Okay. And Lamar didn't have a rushing touchdown that game. But they scored 41 points. I mean,
let's see. There'll be a rushing touchdown in there somewhere. Pass. Okay, there it was.
There it is. No rushing touchdown.
In a 41-31 win.
He's 41-31, not a single, but 5 passing touchdowns. This is what you said. You're like, Lamar, did he have a game where he just threw for 5 passing touchdowns? Well, there it was. So, yeah. Okay. So it didn't happen last year.
Henry then had rushing touchdowns. I guess, did he miss a couple games? Or no, I guess he didn't. He just had lighter workload. But the Chargers, Eagles, Giants, and Pittsburgh games, he did not have a rushing touchdown. But Lamar had that in this one.
So,
anyways, I like the odds for it. The odds for it. I mean, as they say, that's one outlier. It only takes one. But the fact that it didn't happen last year, but it was close, it'll be a.
It's a fun little sweat. It's a fun little sweat. Yeah,
fun one to get on.
Yeah, I think that's fun. So yeah, they're going to put it up for you guys. I'll let you know where it ends up. You can watch the EST specials page, or you can just see it pop up on the. Oh, we got it at 15. So it's 15-1.
Who's your I know we'll get into this more in August, but preseason right now, who do you think is the best bet for NFL MVP next year?
Oh, didn't think about that. We were talking Super Bowl today. I've got my top 12 fantasy guys today too. I'll share with you.
Like Lamar, from what I'm seeing, Lamar is a slight favorite. Like plus 550, and then a group at 6.
Where's Burrow?
Allen, Burrow, Mahomes at 6. And then a gap, Jaden Daniels 10, Herbert 14, Hurts and Stroud 25, Purdy, JJ McCarthy, 30. Jordan Love, Jared Goff, Caleb Williams, Matthew Stafford, Aaron Rodgers, 35. 40 for Dak Prescott and Saquon Barkley. Baker Mayfield, Trevor Lawrence, Kyler Murray, Bo Nix, 50.
I think, on the value, I think, like I'm seeing Jaden Daniels at like 8-1. So if you can find him at 10, I think from a value perspective, I don't hate that. The name that first popped up though was, I think Joe Burrow could have a monster season. So Matt,
and
really
he's
funny.
Never won it, right? He's never won it.
Burrow's never won one. Obviously, Daniels hasn't won one.
Lamar, Allen, Mahomes all have. So I'm with you. Like, these guys are all so good that if it is really tight, the guy that's going to get the benefit of the doubt is the one that hasn't won it. Here's the thing about Cincy. Joe Burrow might have to be the MVP if they're going to be, a contender again this year, because, they're in this contract stalemate with Hendrickson. Their first round pick might not sign and not play. And they put all that money into T. Higgins to keep him around at the request of Joe Burrow, which means I think they're going to be lighter on the defensive side of the football. So it's pretty clear for the Bengals. They're going to need to outscore you. I'm sure Jamar Chase is on your top 12 fantasy guys.
He's number one, buddy. He's number one. Like, the thing here, like with Burrow, it's not even like last year, he led the league in passing yards by 300, was just shy of 5,000, threw 43 touchdowns, and only had 9 picks. Like, those are MVP caliber numbers. His numbers, like Lamar was 4,100 yards, he had 41 touchdowns, so a couple less, and he only threw 4 interceptions last year, which is an incredible season. And then obviously he does what he does rushing, but like Joe Burrow definitely had an MVP caliber season last year. Who was second in the league in passing yards last year, Huss?
Second in the league behind Joe Burrow?
I'll give you 5 guesses.
Jared Goff.
Oh, damn it. You only needed 1. Good job, Huss. I thought maybe. Did you pick up because I'm a Lions fan and I was asking the question? Did you think that?
No, but I remember, Goff had huge numbers last year. They were 14-3 too. He actually was getting quite a bit of MVP consideration himself. And Goff, listen, I'm not a Lions guy, but he is such an easy guy to root for. I don't know if you've seen some of the NFL film stuff on just the Lions and their resurgence over the last little bit, and him going through, finding out he was being traded to Detroit, after taking the Rams to the Super Bowl. And, he's a really mature guy, but also embraced the fact that team really did believe in him. He talked a lot about the first conversation he had with Dan Campbell, and it's been a great story. And I'm a big fan of his wife too. Let's continue this
list. Burrow and Goff were 1-2. There's a ton of great quarterbacks in the league. Who were 3, 4, 5? Don't have to give them an order, but
Burrow, Goff.
Yeah, Burrow and Goff are 1-2. I would say you'll probably get the third guy. I'm not sure you get 4 or 5.
Josh Allen?
Nope. Josh Allen finished 14th in passing yards last year.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Baker
was number 3. I knew you'd get Baker. Baker's at 3, right. But 4 and 5.
He had to chuck it. A lot last year. 4 and 5 passing yards, 2024 season. How about, no, I don't think it was. CJ Stroud had the monster year the year before.
Yeah, CJ Stroud had a big year the year before. He was actually 15th last year. Not a good season.
Jordan Love?
No, Jordan Love was 19th. He missed a couple games.
Oh, that's right.
These two guys are on different teams this season.
Oh, not Aaron Rodgers. Oh, no.
Geno Smith. And the guy who is replacing Geno Smith.
Oh, Sammy Darts.
Sammy Darts. Geno Smith was 4th in passing yards last year. Sammy Darts finished 5th. Incredible. Like when you just think of all the great quarterbacks in the league, the top 5 in passing last year, Burrow, excellent. Goff, pretty good. Baker's been great in Tampa. And then Geno and Sam Darnold. Geno and Sam Darnold finished right ahead of Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, and Aaron Rodgers.
And just think about that. Think of how long. Okay, so Burrow, we mentioned Burrow's right there, and he's 6-1 to win the MVP. Listen to all the guys that are ahead of anybody we just mentioned. Lamar, Allen, Mahomes, Daniels wasn't there. Justin Herbert wasn't there. No Jalen Hurts. No CJ Stroud. No Brock Purdy. Obviously, McCarthy didn't play last year. Jordan Love. We finally get to Goff at 35-1. You have to go down to 50-1 to get Baker Mayfield. And Geno Smith. I don't even see Geno. Oh, no, there's Geno, 100-1. As you start getting into offensive players. So listen, the passing yards are one of those things where a lot of good teams don't need to pass that much. So the quarterbacks aren't going to be getting, hey, they'll run the football in the fourth quarter, winning games. It's the teams like Cincinnati that can't stop anyone, that have to beat you 41-38, that are going to have those gaudy numbers. But it certainly does help a quarterback's case, for MVP consideration and those sort of things. If, they do have to hit all of the statistics, but again, it will be determined on wins. There's a lot of guys that put up big numbers that don't win, that don't get considered. And we kind of went over that list just now.
Shout out to my man, Trevor Lawrence. I'm seeing him at 44-1 to play Alberta. This is my ride or die year for the investment, buddy. I got about 80 Trevor Lawrence rookie cards. It's gotta happen this year. This has got to be the year.
Where are you on Brian Thomas as a fantasy target for this year?
Let's start at the bottom of my top 12. Brian Thomas Jr.
All right. Okay. So what is these are just your top 12 players or guys like the most?
Top 12, like my ranked top 12 players, PPR, that you will want to get your hands on in drafts this year. And there's a couple names, like some honorable mentions that aren't on there that we can discuss maybe a little bit later on. But I'll work it from 12 up to 1 for you here, Huss. Number 12, Brian Thomas Jr. Number 11, a guy that I'm seeing more likely down in the 14 to 17 range, depending on where you look at rankings right now. But I mean, he helped me win Spite League last year. Derrick Henry. It's a ton of work. Until Derrick Henry falls off, you're getting good value on him. Derrick Henry should probably be top 5 all the time. But it's like, oh, he's getting older. Lamar takes touchdown. It doesn't matter. Derrick Henry's a beast. If you can get him late first round, early second round, you're laughing. So I got Derrick Henry at 11. There's always the wild card, the rookie, the exciting guy. I've got Jonty at 10. I'm going to be heavily involved in the offense. I've seen him actually ranked as high as 7th. So I've got him at 10. Nico Collins at 9. Puka at 8. Neighbors at 7. Puka at 8. Neighbors at 7. Jahmyr Gibbs at 6. If for some reason Montgomery gets hurt, Gibbs automatically becomes a top 3 guy.
Oh, yeah.
Saquon at 5. CeeDee Lamb 4. Justin Jefferson 3. Bijan 2. Jamar Chase number 1.
So Chase over Jefferson.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go Chase over Jefferson.
That's just basically you got Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Burrow.
McCarthy, we'll see.
Nothing against JJ McCarthy, but I mean, I'd rather have Joe Burrow throw into my guy. Those guys are essentially a coin flip as far as abilities go, in my opinion. So I like that. I think it'll be a big year coming for Bijan again. And then Saquon, the Saquon thing's interesting because you're going to sit there and go, is he going to do what he did last year? Probably not. But he's still a phenomenal talent in a dangerous spot. So I like Saquon as well. Some other guys
That's 7, 8, 9. I'm just imagining if I'm on the clock after 6 picks are gone.
Yeah. And I'm glad you said that because I think it's a top 6. And then it falls off a bit to me after Gibbs at 6.
Yeah. Well, yeah, to me, and the 7, 8, 9, Neighbors, Puka, Nico Collins. I'll be honest. I think I might I think I would maybe take Collins over either Puka or Malik Neighbors.
I don't mind that. I like Neighbors. I think he's going to be targeted a ton. They don't have a ton of other options there. But the same, like, I got a lot of time for Nico ahead of Puka just because they brought in Devontae Adams and he's going to take a good chunk of targets too, right? So I don't hate that idea.
He's so good. I just love when Nico Collins is in, he's turned into one of the handful of the top receivers in the game and seems to have a great connection with CJ.
I'm going to take a peek at some other sites and just see where some of those guys are. Let's see here. Okay, so fantasy.
Who are you most confident? Like, if you had to rank those guys, not necessarily how many targets they're getting or anything, just who will play the most games this year? Availability rankings. Collins, Puka, or Neighbors. They've all missed games. They all missed games last year.
I don't know. I don't know. It's impossible to tell.
Because what was it? Concussions for Neighbors. He was knocked out a couple times. Puka was like some sort of lower body thing.
Yeah, he missed a solid chunk, right? Was he in and out, or was he just felt like he missed a pretty good chunk in the middle of the season?
Yeah, I think he missed like about a good, a number of games in the first half of the year. And then he was back and he was just freaking automatic throughout. Cooper Kupp went to Seattle.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's gonna be low on the draft board.
He'll be low. Here's the fantasy. This is the Fantasy Pros top 12, which is pretty close. So they got Jamar, Bijan, Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, Jahmyr Gibbs in their top 5. Then they've got Puka at 6. And this is a consensus of a bunch of fantasy writers that they use Fantasy Pros, for anybody who didn't know. Puka is at 6. Malik Neighbors is at 7. My guy, who I didn't have in my top 12, but St. Brown from Detroit is at 8. Saquon's at 9. Nico Collins is at 10. Brian Thomas is at 11. Drake London is at 12. Followed by Gianti at 13. A-Chain at 14. CMC at 15. Brock Bowers at 16. A.J. Brown at 17, Ladd McConkey 18, JSN in Seattle at 19, Trey McBride, Garrett Wilson, then Derrick Henry at 22. And I mean, if you're getting Derrick Henry late second round, congratulations. It's a huge get.
We didn't hear Neighbors yet either.
Oh yeah. No, Neighbors was 7. He was 7th. Sorry, I might have missed him. He's right between Nakua and St. Brown. So that's theirs.
Once again, I will be fading CeeDee Lamb. And
is that a CD play or is it a Dak? It's a Dak thing.
It's a little bit of both. But the other thing is, first play of Cowboys training camp this morning, Dak throws an absolute bomb
to George Pickens.
Yeah,
I see. I don't think George Pickens. Like, looking at the rankings I've been looking at, I'm not sure how much they're thinking George Pickens impacts CeeDee Lamb. Whereas it's got to be some. I mean, CeeDee Lamb, who else has been thrown to outside of CeeDee Lamb for the last 2-3 years? Right? Nobody at the quality or caliber of George Pickens.
No.
Okay, here's
piss everybody off and be off the team by week 5. But
here's CBS. This is their consensus. I love these guys. I listen to their CBS Sports podcast. Eisenberg, Dave Richard, and Heath Cummings. This is their consensus. Jamar Chase at 1. Bijan 2, CD 3, Justin Jefferson 4. So they've got CeeDee Lamb ahead of Justin Jefferson. Jahmyr Gibbs at 5. Seems to be 5 pretty much everywhere. Barkley's at 6. A-Chain's at 7. Nakua's at 8. CMC's at 9. Neighbors is 10. Jonty's 11. Nico Collins is 12. They've got St. Brown at 13. Brian Thomas Jr. is 15. And Derrick Henry is 16th. So yeah, that's a little bit different. I mean, it's getting close to draft season. It's time to lock a lot of these in, but
Ladd McConkey being that high is kind of interesting. But he
was high on the Fantasy Pros one. He's 26th at CBS, which I I think I tend to agree with a little bit more.
I mean, if you're picking one in a 12-team league, you're probably taking, well, I mean, I guess maybe now, I mean, I'm used to sort of taking the running back there, but I think now with the elite receivers being so important and PPR being so popular, that I sort of get having the receivers ranked ahead of the top running backs.
Let's just play this quick little experiment here, and then maybe we'll talk quickly about the Spite League here in a sec. But so I'll just go mock draft. What'd you say? If we draft from the one spot, I'll tell you what we could get at the 2-3 swing if we go. Okay, so
see if McConkey available, basically.
McConkey, I think, would be. So we're going to draft first. This is on the Fantasy Pros mock. So, okay, we'll take Jamar Chase. Let's see who's there at end of the second round. Actually, the top pick suggested by their current rankings would be Ladd McConkey, which works out well for our experiment. The top running backs that are left, see, and these are pretty good. These guys are rated a little bit higher, I think, on CBS. Bucky Irving is the 9th running back. He's still on the board. Chase Brown is the 10th running back. He's still on the board. The other wide receiver options are T. Higgins and Devontae Adams, who are in that same tier as McConkey. So you could go McConkey, Bucky Irving to pair with Jamar Chase, right?
That'd be a nice start to a team in a 12.
So let's just do that. Let's go McConkey and Bucky Irving, and I want to see what's there for quarterback when it comes back around. So the top 4 are gone, but Joe Burrow is still there. So you could take Burrow, and you have Jamar Chase, and you got Chase Burrow stack. So
hey, does it show what happened in the first 2 rounds?
Oh yeah, buddy, I got the whole thing here.
Where did McCaffrey go?
Christian McCaffrey went 10th.
10th, okay.
And this one went McCaffrey at 10, Collins at 11, Jonty at 12, A-Chain at 13, Brian Thomas Jr. at 14, and then Derrick Henry at 15th. But yeah, it's a good app for anybody who, if you want to start mock drafting and kind of get a feel for where some guys go. Fantasy Pros Draft Wizard. Awesome free app. You can pay, and you can actually pay on there and import your keeper leagues and then do mocks with guys who aren't kept. And it's elite level stuff. It's going to help you if you want to win a Spite League. Us, I did like you replying last night saying I should have taken the trophy, put it back down, said thanks, but I'm out. I couldn't do it. I got too good of keepers to bail. I was saying this morning on like these Fantasy Pros and CBS lists, I've got 7 of the top 15 players in the league in a 16-man league. So I can't bail. Things are too juicy.
Is Potts Bar and Grill in Fort Saskatchewan in the Spite League?
Potsy's in the grill. Yeah, he's a buddy. He's in the Spite League. Yeah.
He says so. I responded to Dustin.
He's a lock shopper too. Potsy's a lock shopper.
You should have quit on the spot. LOL. They did you so dirty. Potts pops in and says, "One day we will have some beers at Hustle Around." It sounds like he's has another side to the story.
I think he does.
That needs to be claimed. That needs to be done.
You know what I did this morning though on our show, Huss? I did say that. You know how the claret jug doesn't fill the deepest desires of Scotty Scheffler's heart? Well, the Rusty Cup does fill the deepest desires of my heart. You know, like I am fully complete. There's a lot of my wife in there. There's Marshall and the Muzz, and there's the Rusty Cup championship
Above
trophy.
All that, there's the Spite League fantasy football champion.
Marshall and Tammy and Elizabeth are sitting in the bowl of the Spite League championship trophy. That's how it is. I drank a beer out of there this morning on the show. Never tasted a beer so good in my entire life. A Spite beer. It was terrific. What's coming up in WST, buddy?
Well, we are going to be talking some Jays. Josh Goldberg, who we love chatting with from Jays Nation, is going to pop on. We'll get ready for tonight's game as well. A little more Jets off-season talk with our pal Ken Weeb. And then a little later on, the best kicker in the CFL. The luchador himself,
Sergio Castillo. He's my fantasy kicker.
Dude, he's that 58-yarder that he had on Friday. I mean, there wasn't a lot that went right for Winnipeg on Friday night. One thing they don't have to worry about is the leg on their kicker. So we're we're going to do all that. And then, of course, get ready for these big games tonight. But I do like that triple play. I'll be getting on that. And I will definitely be getting on the Blue Jays and a few props for the game tonight as well.
All right, buddy. You have a good one. It's us, Winnipeg Sports Talk, Lock Shop co-host. His show will be firing up in about 7 minutes. If you're not yet downloaded the Play Alberta app, please do. Let's take a quick little peek here at what they've thrown up for us during Lock Shop today. All right, so if you want to get the Ravens to score a rushing touchdown every single regular season game, it's 15-1 right now, and it's on the specials page. So I don't know how long that will last up there, but if you want to get on it, the DGen Den, you guys were asking for that. We got to put up for you. We've got Blue Jays to win. Kirk and Vladdy hits plus 152. It's the early bird bet from the morning show. We've got yesterday's Lock Shop partner parlay. Stamps to win. Riders minus 3.5. Ticats plus 9.5. Argos plus 8.5. Plus 223. I'm not as confident in that as I was yesterday because Zach Collaros practiced this morning for the Bombers. Need to see what the Chad Kelly update is there, but plus 233 there. The Ravens to score a touchdown every single game this season, 15-1. And then our Lock Shop partner parlay. Wow. This is a good number. I like it. 5-1. So I'm going to get on that right now. Let's do this. 5-1. Tigers, Guardians, Brewers. All to win. Plus 500. Done and done. Locked and loaded on that one. If you've not yet used our code for this month, it is EST Sports. Deposit 20, get 50. Use the code EST Sports, deposit $20, get a $50 free bet, and ride with us on any of those. Jay's play of the day will be up a little bit later on as well. And did I send over the grandest? I don't think I've sent that over to the boys. I'll do it right after Lock Shop today. I'll send that over. I think you sent it to me. Yeah, we'll get that up. What do we got? We got Orioles, Guardians over. Carmen's Crew money line, which is a team from the tournament in the States right now that's just called the basketball tournament. And we got some UEFA women's as well. So I'll get that over to the crew. It should be up probably by, 12:10 at the latest today. We got two guys and a goalie coming up next. Oilers fans, all you Oilers nerds out there, you're going to love this. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 8 fill in the blank questions for Cass and Gager. 6 of them are Oilers related. We're going to get into that coming up on Two Guys and a Goalie, which of course is presented to you by the Sandman and his crew over at GS Construction, where they're always hiring. That's going to do it for the Lock Shop today. Thank you very much for joining us. Best of luck if you're riding with us tonight, and we will talk to you tomorrow.